Hello. We can think about the story of Echo and Narcissus. And try to look beyond what the legend tells. And when we do that, we can find new meanings that we were not aware before. And we can learn more about this very hurtful experience of crossing, of getting to know a narcissist and being hurt by one or more. We can add to the story, to the myth of Echo and Narcissus, we can just free our imagination and use our imagination and add more meanings, more data, and discover things about this relationship, but also about the role that we play, or that we played in the relationship. We can gain more knowledge, and they say knowledge is power. Although in the series Game of Thrones, there is a character there who says that power is power, which I don't know if that's true, but it's an interesting new way to view this question of power. But anyway, knowledge is power, they say, and power to feel better, at least we can have this power through knowledge. Power to feel better, and to make the pain go away. Any way we can find to diminish our pain is very welcome. Yeah. Oh, and okay, gain knowledge and wisdom. I think it's worth it. The legend of Echo and Narcissus, I don't think I need to repeat every detail of it. But we know that Narcissus ceases to function when he falls in love with his own reflection in a pool of water. And I guess it happens to him because of a punishment inflicted to him by another god. I don't know which god did this punishment. I don't remember. Because Narcissus, as we all know, was a rejecter. The ones who fell in love with him could never get him, reach him. And then he was cursed to feel the effects of his own venom, which is to also be in love and never reach the object of that love, which was himself. And we can start to see that the narcissist, maybe he is in love with himself, but he can never reach himself because his spirit is dead. His inner child was crushed, maybe in his childhood, and he doesn't know himself. That's why he's empty. But he only sees a superficial reflection of himself. And then he falls in love with himself, which is something that he can never reach because he is dead. Well then, back to the legend. And he ceases to function, to live, to perform everyday things, because he's now looking at this pool of water with his reflection. And then Echo also ceases to function because she's pining for Narcissus, and she's looking at the one who's looking at a reflection in a pool of water. So Echo also ceases to function. So there is dysfunction. No one in the story is living straight. And Narcissus is looking at the pool, his reflection, and Echo is looking at Narcissus looking at his reflection. Ain't this is very interesting, isn't it? And Echo is pining for him. Well, Echo, now we can start to add to this. Echo was, before Narcissus fell in love with his own reflection, Echo would reflect Narcissus' voice. So we need to pay attention to the fact that Echo and the pool of water are in a way very similar, play very similar roles. Or maybe Echo and the pool of water are the same. It's just that the metaphor extends the meaning of the thing to two entities, but their role of being the reflector, or their role of being just an object of reflection is the same. It's just that Echo was sound and the pool of water is a visual thing for Narcissus. And well, as humans, we are living in a sensual world, so we have voice, and we have an image, we have a physical body, so we can think that the pool of water and Echo is can be the personifications of the victim of narcissistic abuse. And Echo and the pool of water are pining. Let's say that Echo and the pool of water are one, and they are pining for Narcissus. they are looking at Narcissus, looking at them. But an echo and the pool of water think that Narcissus is seeing them in their individual nature. But Narcissus is seeing himself in them. And that's one of the devastating realities of this relationship between the victim and the narcissist. Devastating. When you realized you were never heard, seen, recognized, validated. It's devastating. Narcissus was just seeing himself, all about himself. An echo in the pool of water, which is the same to say that the victim was never seen in an individual, as a separate and individual being. Narcissus was not looking at the water. Narcissus was not hearing something that had individual thoughts and opinions. Narcissus was hearing Echo's voice, which is just an echo of himself. And now, getting out of the legend, or making a mixture between myth and reality, Narcissus continues to see himself in that pool of water, and continues to hear himself. But the problem is that Narcissus is dysfunctional, and therefore his reflection also becomes dysfunctional, because Narcissus is a controlling, demanding creature, and because of this, Echo and the pool of water have to reflect what Narcissus wants. You cannot reflect yourself. You cannot reflect your own image back to the narcissist. You have to reflect the narcissist himself. You were, and you are, and I am an object for the narcissist's self-gratification. And the thing is that Narcissus, because he's so dysfunctional, obviously he has the signs of his dysfunction begins to show in the reflection, in the pool of water, and in the words of Echo. Because in the beginning everything is okay, the image is perfect, but then the mask starts to fall. And because the mask of the narcissist is nothing but a mask, the real face of the narcissist starts to show, and that's an ugly face. The mask falls, an ugly thing is thrown into the pool of water and into the mind of Echo, into Echo's mind. That Echo reflects back the sound of that ugly face and the ugly voice, of course, and the pool of water reflects back that tiny moment of ugliness of the narcissist. Because the narcissist is a projector, he projects his horrible, rotten characteristics into the pool of water and into the mind of Echo, into Echo's mind. He doesn't like what he hears back, and he doesn't like what he sees. But instead of assuming responsibility for the crap that he hears and he sees, the narcissist is a bum, is a lazy bastard, and will not take responsibility for that which he sees, and he will blame the pool of water, and he will blame Echo's voice. He will pretend that that ugliness comes from the pool of water and from Echo's mind. And isn't this ironic? Now he thinks that the pool of water has individuality. Only now he thinks that Echo's voice comes from herself, her own mind. The only moment in which the narcissist thinks that you have some individual thoughts and feelings is in the moment that he is projecting, receiving his own ugly projection back to him. This is ironic. I don't know what to think of it now that that I'm telling you this. And instead of assuming responsibility for his ugliness of behavior, the ugliness of his words, and the ugliness of his facial attitudes, actions, and of course of his physical actions, which are the gestures that the narcissist does to you, which are hurtful. Instead of taking responsibility for that, he blames the ugliness on the pool of water and on the mind of Echo, on Echo's mind. You did this to me. I didn't do this to you. Now he thinks you have freedom of free will because it serves his own interests. The narcissist is a bastard. Isn't the narcissist a fucking bastard? This is the only time he recognizes, he imagines that the ugliness comes from you. And instead of fixing his own problems, or instead of attacking himself directly, the narcissist will blame the pool of water and Echo's mind. What does the narcissist do then? What does Narcissus do? He pollutes the pool of water. He attacks the pool of water. Because he needs to destroy the image that is being reflected to him which he thinks that the pool of water is attacking him with lies, when in truth the pool of water is just reflecting the truth of the narcissist. But he doesn't accept it. He's a weak bastard, and he needs to destroy the thing that is reflecting the truth. Let's destroy the thing. Let's hide it. No one can see it. So he pollutes the pool of water. Let's imagine that he then puts fecal matter in the pool of water. Trash. He starts to throw trash in the pool of water. And he starts to throw poison in Echo's mind. He starts to attack Echo's mind and attack the pool of water. That's the solution the narcissist finds, is to destroy Echo's mind and destroy the pool of water. Without never recognizing that what he should do is destroy himself if he doesn't like what he sees and hears. Why doesn't the narcissist commit suicide? He doesn't. No, he has to destroy the object that is reflecting himself. He needs to destroy Echo's mind. He needs to destroy the purity of the pool of water, throwing mud, dirt. He needs to destroy the beautiful voice of Echo. And how do you destroy a beautiful voice? Which in literature is that which makes your mind an individual expression. That which makes your mind original. That's the author's voice. So he needs to destroy Echo's voice. And the only way to do this is via dominance, via control, via ridiculing your tastes, via making fun, diminishing your dreams, making fun of your dreams, being sarcastic to your preferences, everything that makes you original and your mind unique, he will attack. He will make false accusations that they don't come from you, from your mind, from your voice. And little by little, slowly but surely, your voice will become weak. Your voice will lose the vigor, the strength. Your voice will lose the originality, and you will not recognize yourself, because the narcissist will make you lose. He makes us lose our individuality. We have to do what the narcissist wants. And then he blames us for not being original in the end. He blames us for not being original in the end. But you don't have individual thoughts. I need someone with strength of personality. You do everything I want to, so I think you're weak. That's the attitude behind the narcissist actions. So it is easier to break the mirror than to face his own problems, or to face that he has a problem in the first place. We are the mirrors in which the narcissist projects his mud, his dirty soul, if he has one, his dirty shell. So let's destroy the mirrors, and problem solved. Problem solved. If I cannot control the mirror to reflect what I want, I will destroy that mirror so that nobody can know about this reflection. Nobody will know. Everything remains secret. And that's the reason why narcissists want to destroy us. Our image, our voice, our individuality, and destroy our mental health. In the end, we are full of dirt, full of mud. We can't even recognize ourselves. Now, Oscar Wilde shares an interesting opinion about all this with Dorian Gray. And he finds a supernatural solution for the narcissist unfairness with the mirror. Dorian stabs the portrait of himself, but he is the one who falls dead on the ground and the portrait remains intact. The portrait, the medium, has nothing to do with the narcissist's ugliness. And the supernatural solution that Oscar Wilde gives us is that in the act of attacking the mirror, the attack comes back to the attacker. It's like in a spell, whatever you send out, you get back. And supernatural solution. The ones who get destroyed, the one who gets destroyed is the sender of the attack, the narcissist himself. And all the ugliness is thrown into the face of the one who carries all the ugliness. Unfortunately, the narcissist in this case is already dead, so he cannot see his ugliness. Or he cannot recognize that this ugliness belongs to him. Or maybe I'm wrong, maybe Dorian Gray knew that the ugliness belonged to him. I correct myself here. But when we come to real life, we have no supernatural solutions to our problem. When we as mirrors receive the attacks of the narcissist, first, we are the ones who get all the dirt from the inner self or the inner false self of the narcissist. The narcissist sees us as horrible people, and you cannot convince him of the contrary, and then he rages, he gets very angry at us. There's no cure for that, because we become mirrors. We cannot run from this. We are reflecting the crazy and ugly narcissist. And once we start to become mirrors, the narcissist resents us more and more. The more time passes, the more we reflect him, we are going to receive more attacks. The narcissist thinks we are the ones who are treating him badly. But ironically, they are the ones who are treating us, mirrors, badly. And when the narcissist attacks the mirrors, there is no Dorian Gray solution, unfortunately. In a fair world, Oscar Wilde's solution should be the right solution. But there's no supernatural things here. So we have to accept that we are the ones being destroyed, the mirrors. When the narcissist stabs his portrait, we will carry the wounds that will never fully heal. We will be destroyed. And if the narcissist can, he will enlist others to destroy or to keep destroying the mirror. Well, the mirrors, after being destroyed, are pieces, scattered pieces. And no one will put those pieces back together but the mirrors themselves. And we will have to do all the work to collect every piece of ourselves, put ourselves back together with a lot of effort. We will spend money in therapy. We will spend time in bed, crying, in depression, doing nothing for months and months because we can't do anything. Because we're depressed and we are stressed and we are in love with some kind of false self that was just an illusion. And we're going to pick up the pieces of ourselves little by little. And after all of this effort, Narcissus wants to use us as mirrors again. A month later, a year later, 2 years, 7 years, 10 years. And do you think we will accept that again after all the effort we did to pick up the pieces of ourselves? Can we give the narcissist the luxury or the arrogance? And he thinks he deserves us. He wants to take us by force to become mirrors again. But do you think, Narcissus, that I'm going to allow you to use me again after you left me alone to pick up the pieces of myself and do all the work by myself? You are a bum. You did nothing for me but to destroy me. That's why as a mirror, I am not going to reflect yourself again. And in fact, I'm not even going to be a mirror anymore, because I'm not an object. Since there is no supernatural solution for the reality of narcissistic abuse, I'm not going to be a mirror anymore. I'm not going to be a portrait anymore. I am not going to have contact with your ugliness, because I have a lot of things to do besides reflecting an ugly, horrible creature like you. Thanks for your time.